Hey guys, welcome back to Jared at 3Cs, and today we're changing the oil on a CF Moto CForce 110. And the reason why it came in is because the customer pulled the wrong bolt and they got nervous. So we just got it in this way. We just rolled it into the shop and we printed the directions on what happened. So customer came in with this in a paper towel, and right away we pulled the directions up, and this was the timing chain spring. So if you look in here, this is like the spring. This would have been, this machine has less than, look how clean it is. It's got like 100 miles on it. So this is still within the correct length. This is something that you might check, after like 5 years of heavy use. And this rod is still up under there. So this didn't fall out on them, thankfully. So, because on the trailer, who's to say that this shouldn't have just rattled off and been on the side of the road somewhere. I'll show you real quick. Go up underneath of here. Let's see. You can kind of see the rod up in there still. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinstall this. And so the reason why we're doing the video is because if this is one of the first ones to come back in like this, I'm sure it's gonna be easy for other folks to do it. So we're gonna reinstall this. It goes back in for you guys at home. This is right off the CF Moto service manual. This is 22 Newton meters for this assembly. And let's show you the right drain bolt. So right here next to it is the correct one. It's a 17 millimeter. Not the 14. So this is a 14 to put this back in. So we're gonna line this back up in there. I'll just actually show you guys some of this, that way if you happen to do at home, you guys don't have the manual like we do. You guys can pause that wherever you need to. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back up in there and torque it, and then we'll show you the rest of the oil change procedure. So we've got our spring going up and in. And the bottom of the spring kind of sits in the drain bolt. You'll see, or I don't know if I want to call it a drain bolt, in the plug. Yeah, check that out. Sweet. Goes right up in there. And we're going to screw that up in there. It's, like I said, it's 22 Newton meters. And then we're going to crack this one. This is the actual drain bolt. We're going to do that next. So while he does that, I want to show you guys there is an oil cooler on this that we are not going to drain. So on the oil change procedure, if I grab the right sheet here, it shows down here with oil cooler, without oil cooler, and it's really not much. So 0.6 to 0.66. So we're not going to drain this as well because this thing has got no time on it. So once we're done with that, we're not going to drain this. We're just going to put the 0.6 back in. And again, I'm going to go down this. So if you guys at home don't have this, you can pause it. This bolt's got a pretty good lean angle, just so you know. So it's hard to tell because we're up on a lift, but you can see that angle. So if you are putting the spring back in, attacking it from a 90 degree isn't gonna work. So we're gonna torque that back in, and then we'll drop this one. Okay, so we lowered the quad so it's flat again. So we're gonna come in, pull that drain bolt. Like I said, it's a 17 mil. And not a lot of oil is gonna come out because 0.6 liters is not all that much. So we'll let this drain and we'll come back. While we're waiting for that to finish draining, we always like to clean the drain bolt. This is that crush washer. We'll put a new one on there, but we always clean all the way around on the surface. Like I said, this machine's so clean, but typically you'd want to clean this really well. And this one is 24 Newton meters. So we're going to get that cleaned up, and we always like hose the frame out as well. So if you're at home, our suggestion would be to take some hose and get some water down in there when you're done with this job. That way you don't end up with like oil spots on the floor and you're wondering. So Chris has got it, 24 Newton meters. We can now put oil in this thing. We like to use some sort of funnel. I can post a link in the description here. This is that Motion Pro one. You can get them right off Amazon. And we have, show them the front of that bottle, Chris. That's the crafted. This is the 10W40 CF Moto oil, recommended. And that's what the manual even called for. So we're gonna put back in this thing, and it's 0.6 is all that's left in this bottle. We have a bigger jug that we pump back into this little bottle over here on the side. So we'll get that filled and we'll show you what the dipstick looks like. All right, we're gonna set the dipstick in there, and if you look at the directions, it says, do not screw it back in. It's just kind of cool because most manufacturers don't tell you that crucial step because there's a big difference there. So we're gonna pull it back out, Check that out. It's like perfectly right in the middle. So 0.6 was right on the money. We can actually put that in and we'll actually screw it in now. So that is an oil change procedure on a CF Moto CForce 110. If you found that video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd appreciate it. Enjoy the ride and have a good day.